Hello friends, today we are going to discussing the stacks program by using the C language. Already we had seen in the earlier videos what is a stack and what are the operations that can be performed on that particular stack. Now we are going to discussing the program, how to write the program for that particular operations. Okay, here first of all we'll see the some of the concepts. What are the concepts we are going to using in this particular program? We'll see now. Here in this particular program we are using the switch statement. Means totally what are the operations we are going to performing on that particular operation. So one by one to represent that one, we are going to using the switch statement. Along with that one, break statement we are going to using, and we are going to using the functions, and each operation can be written as the function. Along with that one, we use the malloc function. What are that? First of all, we are going to brief those concepts to recollect yourselves. First of all, switch statement. It is nothing but the if if statement. On that particular if else statement, we are going to having the one more if statement. If you want to implement that one, instead of writing that if else, we are going for the switch statement. This is nothing but the multi-way decision maker. Multi-way decision maker. It tests. It is going to be checking the expressions. Which one means it is going to be matching any one of the branch. It is going to be executing of that particular branch statements. Otherwise, it will come out of that particular loop. Means a particular statement. Oftenly, it is going to be used for the menu options, or it is going to be called as the key options also. Okay, we'll see now. This is the syntax of that particular switch statement. Switch keyword we are going to using. Within parentheses, we are going to specifying the expression or a variable name. Based on that result, if the value will be the 1, it is going to be executing this group of statements. If the value will be the 2, it is going to be executing this statement. Like this, how many branches you want, you can be specified. If no one is going to be satisfied, at that time it will come to the default and it is going to be executing this group of statements. Each and every group, finally it is going to be having the break statement. Why we are going to specify the break statement means to come out of that particular switch statement. Means once it is completed, the execution of this branch, it should come out of this switch statement. Otherwise, remaining cases also it is going to be checking. Because of that reason, we are going to using the break statement. Already you are familiar with the syntax of that particular C language. Each and every statement is going to be ends with the semicolon, and whatever that case and variable we are going to using, here we are going to using the colon. Okay, break is nothing but generally it is going to be used to come out of innermost loop if it is having the nested loops. Otherwise, if we are going to having the only one loop, if we are going to using the break statement, it will come out of that particular loop, or it is also used to come out of from the switch statement. Okay, functions. What are the functions we are going to having? Already function is nothing but the means here large program is going to be splitting into the some sub modules. Each and every module we are going to representing as a function. It is nothing but the piece of code to perform a specific task. to perform a particular task. Means a large programs is going to be divided into the small pieces, means small functions. Main advantages of these functions is nothing but it will improve the reusability, as well as debugging also will be very easy. For that sake, we are going to using the functions. Okay, what is the syntax of that particular function? It is going to be having the some return type, means what type of value it is going to be written. If it is going to be written the, means finally it is going to be calculating the integer value, and if it is going to be written the integer type, integer value, at the time we are going to writing as int. Suppose if it is not going to return any value, means simply it is going to be performing the some task. At the time we are going to specifying as the void type, and the function name we are going to specifying. Within parenthesis, we are going to specifying the parameters. Second line, we are going to specifying that what are the parameters we specified here. We have to declaration statement, we have to write it in the here. After that one, within opening and closing parenthesis, body of that particular function we are going to writing. Before writing the executable statement, if we are going to using any local variable, we have to declare the at the beginning. After that local variable declaration, we are going to writing the executable statement. Finally, it is going to be written any expression or any variable value. Like this, we are going to specify the functions. Under dynamic memory allocation, already we specified that stack is nothing but one type of array, and fixed memory locations is going to be considering. Suppose if we are going to taking the stack size will be the 100. If we want to store the 110 elements, at that time there is no possibility. Suppose if we are going to declaring the size of that particular stack will be the 100. Out of that 100, if we are going to using only 10 memory locations, remaining 90 memory locations are going to be wasted. Means whatever that constantly we are going to specifying the size of the particular array, we are going to specifying that static memory allocation. On that particular static memory allocation, there is no way to increase or decrease the size. Only fixed locations we have to work. Means to avoid that static allocation disadvantages, we are going for the runtime memory allocation. On that particular runtime memory allocation, whatever things we are going to specifying, that one will be called as the dynamic memory allocation. Static memory allocation can be done at the compilation time, and whereas the dynamic memory allocation can be done at the time of the runtime. Okay, to allocate the memory, we are going to using the two types of functions, malloc as well as calloc functions on this particular dynamic memory allocation. Malloc function we are going to using in this particular program. Because of this, it is going to be allocating the memory at the runtime, and it accepts the one parameter. That parameter is going to be specified as the number of bytes is going to be required for that particular allocation. And typecasting also is essential. Means it may be store the integer values, or it may store the float values, or it may store the character values, whatever it is. Because of this typecasting, we have to specify based on that one how many bytes is allocated for each every location. It is going to be identifying, and it is going to be written a pointer variable where that pointer is going to be holding the starting address of that particular memory. Here one example we are going to considering int star IP. IP is nothing but the variable name, and it is going to be holding the address. Because of that one, it is going to be specified as the pointer variable. IP equal to malloc function I'm going to using. That malloc function, how many memory locations we are going to taking? 10 memory allocations we are going to taking into size of int. Means what is over the, how many bytes is essential for the storing the integer value, we have to multiply with that particular locations. And finally, whatever the number we are going to getting, it should be typecasting with the int star. Means here, this is nothing but it is going to be allocating the 10 integer memory allocation. Starting address will be stored in the IP variable. Here, now we will see the program. That program is going to be performing the all the operations, push and pop, peep, and change operations. It is going to be performing. See here, this is the title of the program. Title of the program we are going to specifying as the comments. If it is having the single comment, single line comments, we can use the double forward slash. Otherwise, multi-line comments are starting with the forward slash star and it is ends with the star forward slash. Here I am going to using the multi-line comments, and it is going to be including the two header files, standard input output header file and standard library input header file we are going to using. And here we are going to having the two global variables, means local variables as well as global variables. Global variables is nothing but it is used in the all the functions, whereas the local variables is going to be considering the restricted to the particular function. Stack size is nothing but the common to all the functions. Because of this, stack size is declared as the globally. Similarly, top pointer we are going to specify the outside of all functions, and the options value O, it will be the declared as the global. And within main function, means all the C programs is going to be executing the C main function only. Within that main function, whatever the functions you want to, you can call that particular functions from here itself. Now we are going to specify the some variables. We are going to declaring element integer elements int element I and stack size we are going to specify, and it is going to be having the character type status equal to y, and we are going to specifying the stack size. It is going to be asking the user to enter the size of the particular stack, and it will be stored into the stack size. Already the stack size is declared as globally, and for that one, stack is going to be having the pointer variable. That pointer is going to be holding the starting address of that particular stack array. Because of this, here by using the malloc function, we are going to executing this particular statement. Once the stack size is declared, size is identified, it is going to be performing the particular operations. Here we are going to giving the menu, and that menu, it is going to be print 1 for push operation, 2 for peep pop, 3 for peep, 4 for change, 5 for exit. Like this we are going to specify. It is going to be executing continuously. Whenever you press the, if you don't want to execute at the time, it will come out of that particular loop. Already O is declared as the option, and whatever that option we are going to specify, here it is going to be reading the option. Based on that option, if it is will be the 1, and it is going to be executing this body, this group of statement. If the options O value will be the 2, at the time it is going to be executing this particular group. Suppose if it is not matching with the 1, 2, 3, 4, at the time it will come to here and it will be executing the exit statement. It will come out of that particular switch statement. Okay, now we will see that one by one. Now, if it is the case 1, here what we are going to do, we are going to getting the which element to be pushed. That element we have to collect it from the user and we have to call the push function. Push function is going to be specified here. It is going to be accepting the two parameters. First one will be the S and the second one will be the X. And S is nothing but the stack and X is nothing but the whatever the element we are going to pushing. Here, already whenever we are going to calling that particular push function, we are going to passing the two parameters, stack and element. Stack value will be copied into the S variable, means array S, and element value will be stored into the copied into the X variable. If top is greater than or equal to stack size, already we specified in the earlier video. If it is it does not have any empty locations, there is no possibility to insert push operation. Because of this, it is going to be checking the overflow condition and it is going to be written. Otherwise, top is going to be increments by 1, S of top equal to X. Like this, it is going to be performing the push operation. Similarly, when our case value will be the 2, at that time it is going to be performing the peep operation. At that time we are going to checking the top equal to 0. At that time there is no elements on that particular stack. Because of this, it is going to be, there is no possibility to perform the pop operation. Otherwise, it is going to be storing the value into the RET, return, and S of top. After returning the particular value, it is going to be decrements by 1. Similarly, displaying the, we are going to writing from top to, we are going to printing the all the values from the top to one location. Similarly, peep and change operations we are going to performing. See here, we are going to executing this particular program. We'll see the, we are going to executing this particular one. See here, it is going to be asking the enter the size of the stack. I'm going to specifying as the 5. And once it is accepted the size, and it is going to be displaying the menu. On that particular menu, 1 for push, 2 for pop, 3 for peep, and 4 for change, 5 for exit. I'm going to giving the 1, and which element to be pushed, I'm going to specifying as 100. And now the stack will be like this, only one element is there. Do you want to continue the same operations? Yes. Again, I am going to perform the push operation 1, and now I am going to element to be pushed will be the 200. First one will be the 100, 200. Again, Y, first option, now 300 to be pushed. Now again, I am going to perform the pop operation. Because of this, I am going to giving the 2 option, and 300 is deleted. Popped element will be the 300, and at present only 2 values will be available on that particular stack. Similarly, again we are going to trying to pushing the another one more element. Now 400 is pushed. Again Y 1, 500 is pushed. Again Y 1. Now I am going to pushing the 600. Now this is the stack. Now already it is going to be displaying the stack is full. There is no possibility to perform the push operation. See, again we are trying to pushing the 700. Immediately it is going to be displaying the stack is full. There is no possibility to push the elements on that particular stack. And similarly, Now we are going to performing the all the elements are PEEP operation we are going to performing. I want to access this 400. That 400 means the top value is going to be specified as the 5. And means this 400 means 1, 2, 3, third location we are going to performing. Means third option I am going to specify. What is that high value will be the 3. Now the value will be the popped element will be the peeped element will be the 400. And instead of 400, I want to replace with the 1000. Again, why? And now I am going to selecting the fourth option, change. Which element we want to change? Now I am going to replacing with 1000. And what is the ith location? Now third location I am going to specify. This third location instead of 400, it is replaced with the 500. Like this, we are going to executing the particular program. Okay, if you are having any material also will be available along with this video. If you like this video, like, share with your friends. And if you are having any doubts on this one, please post it into the comment box. I am going to answer you. Thank you.